What's up guys, it's Uchiha here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with a new short movie. The name of this short movie is What If Naruto Was Reincarnation of Madara. And yeah guys, I know I've done this a lot of times, but today I want to take this in a different direction. So yeah, I hope you like this one, and if you do, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And yeah, I won't be uploading a video on second channel today because yeah, my channel is up for monetization. I have sent it in the application and they are currently checking in my channel. So after that process is complete, I will be able to upload regularly. And yeah, almost the thing that I was doing behind the scenes is almost near completion. Just a few more weeks and it will be done. It is a long process. I will tell you guys after it is finalized and everything is done, alright? It is a big announcement and honestly a big thing for me in my life, and that is why I am not able to upload regularly, as you have seen in the previous month. Now anyways, enough about this. And I know this is even short for considering it is a short movie, but yeah, don't go to the length. Think about the quality I put in my what ifs. At least that is what I think, or at least would like to think. Anyways, enough about this. Without any further ado, enough of wasting your time. So let's begin with our today's story. Roll the intro. Our story begins far away from elemental nations, long before the QB attack and in the midst of the Third Great Shinobi War. As we go towards that cave to see that, a figure was laying on a stone, and besides him were two figures that were standing in the shadows. As the figure who was laying looked like an old man, and the figures that were standing right next to him were none other than Zetsu and Obito, as the old man himself was none other than Madara Uchiha. Now listen, Obito, from this day onwards, my identity is yours. You are the new Madara, and you must continue my mission as I have taught you. Relax, old man. I will continue the mission. Remember the task. Do not forget about how important and crucial they are. I know. And Zetsu, do not worry, master. It is your will, and I, as your will, shall do what you deem fit. I will lead Obito towards the completion. I promise you that. Good, good. Collapse the gates once you leave here. We will. Now rest, old man. Rest while you can. As now we see Madara's eyes closed as his head straightened, as he finally fell into his final slumber. Death. Surprisingly enough, we see Madara now hovering himself, or feeling himself hover in a hollow space, as he opened his eyes to find himself that he was standing in his youthful form again, in front of none other than a person who he has fought and spent his life with. Hashirama, how is this possible? It's been a long time, old friend. You have made a lot of bad choices, by the way. Before anything else, Nissan, we are here to guide him. Tobirama, I must have known if Hashirama was here, you would have been as well. Guide me to where exactly? To hell? I wish I could do that, Uchiha, but no. We are here to guide you towards... Wait, heaven? No! Said Tobirama with a grumble. Let me finish talking and you'll understand, you dimwit Uchiha. Still as sharp as ever, your tongue, huh? As Hashirama then said, enough, Tobirama. You're coming with us, Madara. We are going to meet an important figure. As knowing that he was already dead and had nothing better to do, he obliged, and the three of them finally arrived in a room in which they saw a man floating, wearing white robes. In his hand was a black staff. It couldn't be, said Madara, the sage of the sixth path himself. It seems that you are able to realize who I am, Madara. Obviously. I have heard tales about you, and have done my own research to know at least what you look like. I'm pleased. But, what do you want to talk to me about? That is what I'm interested in, said Madara, before anything else. As now we see, the sage then smirked and began. Well, for one, Madara, you made a grave mistake in believing Zetsu's words. How so? I thought I was doing your You're not doing my work. Zetsu is not my creation, or nor it is yours. Zetsu is in fact my mother's creation. What? Yes, the rabbit goddess. Ah, I see, so you know about her existence. Zetsu spoke of her. Knowing that she was also your mother, I also know that you were trying to free her, but I presume that is wrong since it was Zetsu who told me this. Yes. You see, the Moon Eye plan is basically to devour the chakra of Earth and every living organism. My mother was the official owner of chakra after eating the chakra fruit from this world. So officially it belongs to us, Satobirama. Yes, but it was a power that only and only was to be used by Earth itself, not by the humans, which are now known as Shinobi and Konoichi. It was me and my brother who distributed that power after stealing it away from our mother after sealing her into the moon. Wait, as in, yes, you heard me correct, the moon. Okay, that's a lot of taking in. So all my life, the ideals that I fought, even my friends against, betrayed my village, betrayed my clan, and in the end even turned my grandson into a mini-me, was all for naught? Not for any sort of peace? Yes. But what about those theories that I myself experienced? For those victors, there are also those who are vanquished. What about them? That is a cycle of life. But that can be prevented if there is peace and prosperity everywhere. But the peace cannot be maintained, Sage. Not forever. That it is correct. It is up to the next generations after he passed on the torch to them. And that is only possible if they are taught by the best. Just like you have passed down your torch and the mission of Zetsu and my mother to Obito. Alright. So I made a big mistake. I get it. I would have killed that bastard if I knew that. Typical Uchiha. Everything must be solved by your way, which is killing. Shut up, Tobirama, said Madara. I admit my mistake. I know what I did was wrong. Almost all your life. Tobirama, enough, said Hashirama. It's not completely wrong, Hashirama. I did wrongs. I wronged you, my clan, my whole village. Threw everything away. I was given the title of Yami no Shinobi, and I became a demon, as the title said. In reality, you're not. You see, that is why we brought you here. The sage, he has an idea. What idea? You see, many years have passed already as we were conversing. What? Yes, and it seems your student has attacked Konoha to gain the QB from the previous Jinchuriki, but it failed, as the images of Kushina and Minato being killed was displayed, and the next Jinchuriki was made, as infant Naruto's images were shown. But unfortunately, him being an orphan and the QB attack, the people, they will, yes, you have garnered it correctly, they will hate him. It is all because of me and my mistakes. I turned Obito into a monster, and not only that, left it to the one who was even manipulating me. Ironic, isn't it? Ironic as it may be, but you are given a second chance by me. After I begged Kamiyami Shinigami, they accepted this. You see, Naruto, that poor soul was tortured so much that he committed. Don't tell me that. Yes, at the age of tender 4, he committed suicide. What? I can't believe that. I know. You will be replacing his soul while he reunites with his parents. Because now it is up to you to correct the wrongs that you have done. Turn them into right, Madara. Your powers will remain intact, and so will your dojutsu. I see. So it is up to me to correct all the wrongs with my own hands. Yes. Alright, I accept. Good. Fantastic. I still don't believe that this is the right decision, Sage. Nissan, said Tobirama. What are you gonna do? Go in my place? What are you gonna do, water boy? Shoot water at him? At least my water is much more effective than your flames and lightning. My lightning could fry you and your pathetic water boy. As we see a tick mark grow on Tobirama's head before a huge argument break out, we see the sage sended Madara's soul away, only for him to be awoken, as he was crucified basically into an X-type blank, as people were literally throwing stones at his body until he woke up. Huh? What is this? In pain. It is bearable, but still. You, said a voice from within. Ah, I know this voice. QB. As now we see Madara's soul standing in front of the fox cage as the fox glared down at him. Tell me why I shouldn't rip you to shreds. Well, because I was sent here by your father, the sage. Bullshit! Then why else I am here? This kid pretty much died, and you are aware of that, aren't you? You are correct. So the sage sent you. Why should I believe you? Believe me not, I do not care. For once I am here to correct the wrongs, and defeat Zetsu, the real evil behind this. Zetsu? Yes. He is the one who manipulated me into believing that I was doing Sage's bidding, but in reality it was his mother's. Kaguya, said the QB. Yes, correct, Kaguya. So that is why that moss person claiming to be you attacked. Yes. Should have known. So you were manipulated. The great Madara Uchiha. Yes, even I am a human and can make mistakes. Your mistakes caused a lot of damage and deaths. That is what is different between a mistake and a massacre. Even if it was from a misunderstanding. I admit what I did was wrong. That is why the sage gave me a second chance. Otherwise, why would I have been here in the first place? I would have been rotting down in the hell, the deepest pits of it, if it wasn't for that. That is correct. That is correct indeed. What is going on? They are just celebrating that the kid is dead and, well, as you see, his body is crucified and basically brought into Center Hall to be burned. So the Konoha has literally gone to shit. Well, time to show them that don't mess with someone who they are not aware who he capable is. As now we see, Madara woken in real life. His eyes morphed into Mangekyo Sharingan. Eyes begin to bleed. As suddenly, purple, bluish energy began to rise from himself. As it morphed into half Susanoo. As a single sword slash killed not million, but hundreds of people. As the slash went so far ahead, destroying houses, markets, and all the way to the front gates of Konoha. Even the wall was damaged. As everyone literally froze there. That is not the QB's power. The Sharingan. But how? You want to play? Let's play. But I would like to have this chance to teach you all a few dance moves. Would you join me? As now everyone was terrified in the cold zone that the kid displayed and spoke so maturely. Instantly the Kages and the Anbus arrived. As Naruto's Susanoo disappeared. Naruto? Is that... No, it can't be. Thought none other than Hiruzen Sarutobi who arrived there. Are you the Kage of this village? What do you mean, Naruto? Hokage-sama, his eyes there. Those eyes. I remembered those eyes. Let us talk separately. Anbu, evacuate those who are injured and see for those who are dead, buried. As now we see, Madara and Hiruzen disappeared and arrived in an undisclosed location where the elders were waiting. Why did you brought the kid here? I thought he was dead. Ah, so the whole squad is gathered. You brats have grown old for your age. What do you mean, brats? Are you mocking us, brat? Before he could finish, a hand was placed on his shoulder. This hand was none other than Danzo's, as Homura stopped. But Danzo, enough, Homura. Madara, it's been a long time. Why the sudden visit? I knew you, brat. You were the most logical and the cunning of all of them. But then again, the one that Hashi picked himself out, and the young Tobirama himself, has the more brains because instantly he realized who I was. Isn't that right, Hiruzen? Madara? But how? The kid died. My soul replaced his. What? The kid committed suicide. What? said Hiruzen as his heart broke. So Naruto-kun, Yes, he couldn't take on the burden. He tried to meet with you. Each and every attempt was stopped by them. Your whole council is corrupted. The civilian side, I believe. And these two. Your senses and I saw everything. Even yours hands are not pure. As both of them flinched. What do you mean? How are you even here? How is this possible? Once I died, the sage gave me another chance. The thing is, while we were talking and chatting for a few moments like this, many years passed already, and here I am. I am here to correct my wrongs. For once I have to put a stop to this, otherwise the whole world will suffer. What do you mean, Madara? Again with those ideologies that made you the one who you are today? That may be true, but these ideologies are of that of the sage, and I am here to fulfill them. Otherwise I'm just a dead man in another's body, in another time that is not his, but has been long past. That is correct. So, what is it that you are sent here to do? Stop Kaguya Otsutsuki, the rabbit goddess. The mission I was sent on, the mission that I believed to be myself and the Uchiha's mission, was actually hers. And the person that manipulated me was Setsu, her will. And their goal is to gather the 9 Bijus to revive the 10 Tails. And then, with a human sacrifice, bring Kaguya into this world. To take away the chakra through Infinite Tsukiyomi, the Moon Eye plan. As everyone paused, to let the things sink in that Madara spoke. This needs to be kept a secret. And you are no longer Naruto. From this day forward I will not serve Konoha if that is what you are asking. I'm here for myself and my own doings to correct them. And I'm gonna do that. Do not worry about me. I will take this body on a training trip of my own. And once I'm ready, I will return. As now we see, there was nothing they could do but to accept because they knew who this person was. And let him be. As now we see Naruto at the age of 4. Or Madara, more basically, leave. Konoha, you think this was a good choice, letting him leave? He is the strongest Uchiha, and of the old times as well. He is back, and as he said, it's way past his prime. The reason he's back is too good to be not true. But after authenticating, the words he said are correct. There is an organization, as Jiraiya mentioned. They are in the shadows. Not even their names are currently available to public. Their only one goal is the Bijus. They have been going and asking around in different groups, wearing masks, about the Biju and the Jinchuriki's informations from different villages, even Konoha's. I see. So they are already making their moves. Yes, and that is why we need to let Madara finish what he has started, because that is the only way we can counterattack them. And if Madara goes rogue again, what then? Then let Kami protect ourselves and souls, because a lot of dead bodies will lay on the ground if something happens like that. And unfortunately this time around, there is no sensei or Hashirama-sama to save us, or Mito-sama. And I doubt that we, as we are, old and feeble, can stop him in his prime. As they all gulped, even Danzo. Yeah, I guess you're right. We all are worried, Koharu. But there is nothing we can do. Even if we try to stop him, we're lucky that he didn't use his Sharingan to manipulate us. So let's just wait and see what happens. As after that we see, many years passed, as now, 11 years later, a 15-year-old Naruto Uzumaki, or Madara, was returning back. He has grown out his hair, which was much more wild, but blonde. As he was currently looking down at the stream. Ugh, I can't believe. A blonde? Of all the people, I liked my black hair. And these blue eyes. They do not fit me, who is an Uchiha. As suddenly a huge black wolf arrived there. As it grumbled, "What is it, Hokaru? Are you hungry again?" As the wolf whined, "I see, friend. You are tired. Then let us depart." Hokaru was a wolf cub that was found by Madara next to his dead mother on his travels many years ago. The two quickly formed a bond, since Madara was pretty much a lonesome person. And that is how they are. Hokaru was taught how to use even ninjutsu and was basically much more advanced version of a ninja hound and 10 times stronger than that of, well, the Inuzukas as well. As now we see, both Naruto and Hokaru finally arrived at Konoha's gates. As there stood the guards, "Halt! State your business. Mind your tone and step aside, boy." The tone and the pressure alone made the two pass out as Madara walked in, as instantly the Anbus were surrounding him, only to feel pressure so much that they literally fell to the ground. As the civilians moved to the sides knowing who it was. "Is that the kid? Why is he back? I thought he left for good after what he did." As the people were afraid of him, single gaze and they were literally sweating bullets. "You must be proud, Madara. The same fear that you instilled in your prime days, it is back." "What do you mean, Fox? I am still in my prime, as you can see." "Prime, it may be, but it is not yours. Remember that." I know. How can I ever forget?" "Because you're always here, nagging in my head, you're always reminding me. And I won't let you forget it. One way or another, I will be always there, next to you, making sure that you remember what you have done." "Try all you want, Fox. My only job is to correct all the wrongs, and some of them are already corrected. For instance, I destroyed that demon box in the blood prison, and killed all those bastards. So there's nothing to worry about there. And as for the other things, that demon that revived in the north side, that is also destroyed. The Uzumaki marks are destroyed so no one can revive me again, or my past self. Do you still think it is possible, knowing that your soul is here? Who knows? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But we cannot take any chance. What about Obito, your grandson?" As Madara stopped, "I'm still looking into it. That kid. I know he's somewhere in Amegakure, but walking there right now would be dangerous and deadly, I know. Because as the way you are, even if you are at a Kage level pace, you are still young and immature." "Unmature? Me?" "Let me remind you, I know, I don't need to listen to your old naggings, Madara. And besides, you're already at the Kage doorsteps." As now we see, Naruto or Madara entered inside the Hokage's office, with a huge wolf by his side. "It seems you're back, Madara." "Yes, I have done a lot of, correction in the weapons that I planted. They all have been removed as fail-safes. So the only remaining threat is my grandson, Obito Uchiha." As instantly an envoy arrived down with a kunai to Madara's neck. "Do not say that name." As this was none other than Kakashi Hatake. The Hatake boy, who has his other eye. "You may have my sensei's son's body, but I will kill you, Madara, if you mention his name." "Quite charming, but you think that you can take me, boy," Madara said as his Sharingan activated. "I would love to have a dance with you. Would you? Care to?" "No! Please!" said Hiruzen instantly for the fear of his shinobi's life, because he knew one thing about Madara. When Madara got excited, either the opponent died or was crippled beyond anything, even the shinobis he was training with. And there were some rare instances where he was first-hand witnessing this. Alright, old man. I'm not gonna do this. And as for Obito, it is correct. I saved him from the stone. He is the masked person who attacked Konoha. No, it can't be. And why can't it? I mean, his body was never found. And he was made sure that he saw you piercing through that girl's. No. Yes, it is as you think. He thinks you killed her and broke the promise. Which was a good point at the time for me. Now that I think of it, is a big mistake. You bastard! You forcefully made him think that I... Yes, I needed him to be like me, without any possessions in this world. And he became the one I wanted him to be. The second coming of myself. Even though I admit it now that it was a mistake. So Kage-sama, you don't have to do anything, Kakashi. I promise you, you have my word, I will bring him back, alive, and with the whole told truth. As now we see, Jiraiya arrived there. Ah, so you finally arrived. You were basically a baby when I died. Madara, said Jiraiya, because the Anbus shinobis were already aware of his existence. I can't believe that you have my godson's face. But I have to help you doing this, because the Toads themselves vouch for you. You of all the people. I can't believe this. Yes, you believe or not, that is up to you. I am here to finish the job that the sage and God sent me to finish. So step aside, bitch, and hand over the details. As Jiraiya was literally on the edge of doing something, well, rash, but stopped by Hiruzen, because he knew that Madara was getting excited, and he was itching for a fight. You do not need to fight in this village, Madara. You have already caused enough harm in your previous life. Please refrain and have the dignity to not harm the body of at least someone who we once looked at as a son. Fine, old man. I am completely calm now. But I am still itching for it, and I will get this desire of mine fulfilled. Not here, but another place. Do as you seem fit, but not here. So hand over the information, Amegakure. In the center heart, there are tombs like catacombs. They lead to the deep underground basement where the Katsuki are held. Good. As instantly Madara disappeared, as now we see him arriving at blinding speeds at Amegakure. Oh, so this is where your base is. Charming, Obito. As now we see, as Jiraiya told, Madara arrived through those directions and was completely ambushed instantly. Should have known. You are the nine-tailed Jinchuriki. You walked right into your death's door, boy. You have a lot of guts, or you're just plain stupid. Neither, actually. I'm here to meet Obito Uchiha. Who? We do not have someone with that name. Wait, said a person before Madara could come up with anything, as it was none other than his grandson with an orange spiral mask. Toby, what do you mean, enough? He knows. And I know those eyes. You're not Naruto Uzumaki, are you? Quite correct, brat. You know who I am. As the cruel smirk spread out on his face, even Zetsu and the others felt chills. Madara Uchiha. What? But I am his grandson, Obito. The one he gave his missions to. So that brat is the reincarnation of Madara. I know. It is interesting. Zetsu. Yes, my lord. Now that you're back, we don't need the 10 tails. Yes, we need the vessel to hold still. And the vessel will be this boy. Because I have made sure that this body can withhold all the other 8-tailed bijus. So go and spy upon the other. The first will be the 8-tailed ones. I'm going from the strongest to the weakest. I see. I will do as you please, my lord. As Zetsu left. As suddenly Madara rose a force field. Why did you do this? We need to talk, all of you. Listen to me carefully. Zetsu is a manipulator. What? Yes. Zetsu is the one who set it up on this spot. After I died, I met with the sage. And the sage revealed to me that this was never his plan. And this is only going to lead us towards destruction of this whole world. And Kaguya will get the chakra. Who's Kaguya? The rabbit goddess. The mother of the sage. Who stole the chakra off this earth and now thinks that it is her property. While the sage returned the chakra back to earth, it also had another effect. Gave us humans the chakra. And that is why we became shinobis and konoichis. Impressive. So that is the true regions of us. Yes. But Kaguya is still sealed away in the moon. The 9 tails. All of those 9 bijus combined into the 10 tails. And the one Jinchuriki was sacrificed to revive Kaguya. While the Moonlight plan was activated. So she could just absorb the chakra and leave with Zetsu. Her will. Impossible. All these years. I was doing your bidding. And now you tell me that it is a... Yes, a lie, Obito. A lie that I too was forcefully fed and forcefully feeded you. No. No. Then how can I? There is no way. I'm sorry, kid. I hope there was, but there isn't. Setsu. That bastard will pay. Oh, that it is true. But I have a plan. As now we see, after one day later in the night time, Zetsu appeared inside the hideout to see that in a huge throne Madara was seated. Where are the rest, Madara-sama? They are out, on their way to go gather some intel. So what did you gather? You returned quite fast. Yes, Madara-sama. I was on my way to Kumogakure, but I ran into the eight-tailed Shinchuriki. He and his team are nearby, near Amegakure, on a mission. So, I told you to monitor him. There was nothing much to monitor, and I was instantly... so he saw through your cover. Quite ironic, isn't it, Zetsu? What do you mean, my lord? Because I saw through your cover as well. As instantly a huge Gumbe was landed on top of him, as Zetsu was able to dodge, but he was pierced in half. So you saw through my disguise. I am unfortunate, my lord. Madara, but you must die now. And who makes you think is going to die here? Chibaku Tensei. At a smaller scale, stones and rubbles began to rise and capture Zetsu, so that he couldn't move, and the paper binded him inside. As the rest of the Akatsuki arrived outside, you think you can play us all? You have played us all for a long time. You think you can defeat me? I'm just a pawn in this game. You see? And once I'm done, there will be another one to replace me. You're bullshitting. And even if there are any others, there is no way in hell that we are gonna let this get accomplished. The Akatsuki has now one goal only. That is not to serve you and your desires and your mother's desire. That is to protect what is left of this earth and make sure the world is in peace, whether by force or whether by the choice. This is nothing more than a slate of shinobi history that I wrote. I can just tear it down from the history books and write a new one. That is, if you're able to survive. As one by one they lunged at him. Cries of Zetsu's were heard, and after that he too was sent to space by Madara in a Chibaku Tensei, separate to his mother. As now we see Kaguya, who was getting stronger by the 10-tail statue. Madara reverse absorbed the energy and sent it back to Earth because of the jutsu that Sage taught him before he left in milliseconds, and destroyed the statue in the weakest form as it crumbled. Is it done? Yes, it is. Good. So what of us now? It is as I said, your mission is to protect and preserve what is left of it. Protect those who cannot protect themselves, and fulfill your dreams. You too, Obito. She would have wanted you to move on. And so do I. Because of me and my vendetta. Not yours, old man. Zetsu's. And Kaguya's. You have suffered enough either way. So that is why you have, if anyone else deserves this chance. Go and be what you want, boy. That I will, old man. That I will now. As after that we see the Akatsuki dispersed and went on their own way. So what now, Madara? My deeds are undone, but there is only one thing remaining. What might that be? To instill peace. As now we see, 10 years later, all the Bijus were freed. By some method, the Jinchurikis were kept alive and the Bijus were separated. The humans and the Bijus became friends, and even the peace was restored back to its original position amongst the 5 elemental nations as it was in the beginning of the era of the Sage. All thanks to the one who was set out to destroy it, Madara. He instilled fear, horror, as well as none other than conviction in the hearts of everyone. He was a just ruler, or as the people call him, the People's King now. From a demon to the People's King, the People's Choice. Madara traveled in Naruto's body far ahead, for even he could imagine. And the Bijus watched the one man they detested turn into the one man they respected the most after the Sage. And as for Naruto, the young one was watching him alongside his parents from the heavens. As Madara could have sworn he saw the brat and smiled. Don't worry, brat. I'll make sure that it is your name that is remembered, not mine. As this was the last good deed that Madara would do, solidify all his doings not at his, but Naruto's because the history would remember that brave boy, not him. As this is where I'm going to be leaving the story of, guys. I hope you like this one, and if you do, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. As this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing off for the day. Peace.